Looks like it could have been an old trail.
It's amazing how the Lord provides. So a friend of mine brought Truth when he bought her when she was like weaned. And he's like, hey, when she's old enough to be trained, would you train her? I said, yes. And then later, he got kind of sick and he said, well, he's like, Titus, can I board her at your place until she's ready to be trained and then you can train her? I said, sure. So then after a while, he said, Titus, do you want to be half owners on this horse? And if you want to sell her, we'll split the profits. And if you want to keep her, then you just train her and you just use her, and that way you can have a extra horse. And so she's 3 years old now, and she's been plowing and working in the wagon. And
which one is that?
Truth on the right side there. Yeah.
The one that tried to kick me.
How old is Greatheart?
Greatheart is probably 15 now. Yeah.
Does Truth get along with Standfast and Greatheart?
She's a sassy woman. She'll scream at him and try to be dominant over him.
She's looking for you. There's a truck coming. I guess, I don't know, she's looking for what she needs to do.
Yeah, she'll be fine. I think Standfast will probably just move over to the side. Yeah.
Standfast was the wild horse at first, wasn't it? The one.
Yeah, he was kind of, like one time he was scared when I was shoeing him and he kicked at me and I felt wind by my head. But yeah, he's calmed down quite a bit.
Oh, that monster.
Tell that story about Greatheart. Did you ever tell that online?
Yes. I think it might have been when Aaron was, one evening when Aaron was here. And I think he put it up on his channel. Nicole, would you tell us your testimony? Are you willing to now or no?
Yeah, do it.
I mean, I am. I just.
Please do
Words
it, Mommy.
are hard sometimes as well. I was raised Southern Baptist. I did not continue to stay on that same path. I ventured off a little bit as an adult and even in my youth as well too. And it caught up to me mentally after I had this one here, our surprise baby. And postpartum depression hit me really, really bad to the point where I was suicidal. I thought that I didn't need to be here anymore. My kids already know this part, but it's so hard to say. I don't really say this a lot around them, but I had a gun to my head. And a husband walked into the breezeway and saved my life. And he just held me there and squeezed me, and he was the first man to really tell me, like, you're enough. You're perfect. You are enough. And he was like, you're God's child and you're my wife and we're going to get through this. And I gave my life fully to Christ in that moment. Which I wasn't like a rogue person by any means. Like, I lived a Christian life from what people saw. So it wasn't like I was just on the bins. I wasn't like an alcoholic out on the ends that needed to come in. I was just mentally broken and mentally didn't feel like I was enough. And I broke down and I cried and I said, okay, God, I give. Take me. You know, I'm yours, but not in the sense that I wanted to take myself. And I did commit suicide to the old me that day. And I'm able to tell this story of what God's done. But furthermore of that, a lot of what my depression and stuff was coming from, I had really bad acne scars on my face. My face was broken out really bad. My hair was falling out in chunks from depression from him. Plus I had COVID. So I got hit multiple times. And I just prayed specifically, okay, God, make my hair come back, make my face look better, fix what has happened to my body and my self-esteem after having kids. And I just wanted to feel beautiful for my husband again, and to feel like I could go on for my own kids as well. And little by little, I would be up late at night because my husband would work swing shift. So at like 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm going down rabbit holes and looking up natural ways to make my hair grow back and everything. And it was like these little things would come in pieces. And before I knew it, I had a full recipe of my oil blend. And that's our signature scent. And I'm sorry, thank you for your help. And then I was late one night and I was watching an episode of, it was Chip and Joanna Gaines, and they're home renovators, and they lead with God, and I absolutely love it. And they made a sign for this family that they redid their house, and it said Agape, and they explained what Agape meant fully, and that is what I felt in that moment in our breezeway. And I called my husband at 4 a.m. and I said, which through this whole journey, 3 to 4 o'clock in the morning is always the time that I tend to wake up and something happens. So it's kind of crazy to me. But I called my husband and I was like, Ageless Agape. And he was like, what? And I don't know if I should say this or not, but originally I was going to call it Fat B because that's what everybody used to call me, and because it's made from fat. Right, I know. And I'm really glad that God convicted my heart and led me in a completely different direction. And it has been such a blessing. And it's crazy because it is the one cream that kind of fixes everything. And that's, God is the one thing that fixes everything for us. So, yeah. I'm not healed. I'm not completely, but I am a new creation in His image, and that's enough for me. So
beautiful. Thank you. Now, didn't you even say that your husband, he like tackled you?
Well, yeah, because it fell to the floor, but whenever he tackled me, I hit my head on the tile in our breezeway, and it gave me a concussion. That was the best concussion I've ever had. Oh. Led me to Christ. It literally knocks sense into me, is what I tell people.
What a sweet hubby you have.
He is.
How many years have you been married?
Next year will be our 10-year wedding anniversary. Yeah.
Precious.
This year is in November. We've been together for 10 years, which the story of that is even insane. We went through high school together and never spoke. And we found out both of us had like the secret crush on each other. So we were just in different groups, and then one time he messaged me, or I made a post on Facebook because my sister, who I used to go and watch this like series of movies with, she was grounded and she got in trouble and she couldn't go. And I was like, oh, what am I going to do? And my knight rescued me, and he messaged me and he was like, well, first he commented, he was like, well, what's a guy got to do to be so lucky to take you out? And I was like, I guess just call me and ask me. And he messaged me through Messenger, then asked for my phone number so he could call me. And in this day and age, like, that is a gentleman. So, and my mom that day, she even said, she goes, marry him. And I was like, I will.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I sure did. And I plan to stay that way forever.
Well, the Lord has given you a beautiful family.
I agree. Thank you.
I'm so thankful you all could come.
Yeah.
We love it.
It's fun.
It's nice to break away. I feel like, and they even make jokes because I'm always glued to my phone with business and everything. And then when I'm not, sometimes I even make jokes. So it is nice to break away and have no service to be able to do any of it. Wow, that's beautiful. So best piece of advice, other than keeping God first, because that's a given, right?
Yeah.
Repeat the question.
The best piece of advice that you could give other married couples.
I would say stay humble and forgiving. Yep. I that's to be put on the spot. I'm just really grateful that the Lord has taught me to really see the priority. There were times when I really didn't respect my husband, the funny little things about everybody, and then to really start to appreciate the qualities that are so precious in his character, to appreciate, to really respect him for who he is, and to be forgiving and flexible. Yeah.
I like that. I have this pet peeve. I hate to hear people chew. And my husband makes so much noise when he chews. But I had to do the state fair. I didn't have to. We were blessed to be able to do the state fair. And it was 10 days that I was completely away from my husband and my kids. And we've never really been away from each other that long. Which I got to see them at night and stuff too. But for us still, that's a very long time to be apart. And I was sitting there eating and I just kind of chuckled to myself one time. And I texted and I was like, I kind of miss hearing you chew right now. You ready?